So the total momentum imparted to the electron is only due to the y component. It is only due to the Fy component of the force. So the momentum imparted to the single electron due to the heavy charged particle will be equal to integration of F dt. And here we are going to take only the y component of the force, and y component is, it is nothing but F sine theta. So this will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught z e square by r square into sine of theta into dt. Now in the previous diagram, in this diagram, when the charged particle is at C point, so we consider that the distance of the heavy charged particle at this point is x from the origin, and since it is moving with velocity v, and also we consider that it takes time t to travel this distance from C to O. So this is the distance OC, which is equal to x, and the heavy charged particle is moving with the velocity v, and the time taken to travel this distance of x is equal to t. So what will be x? It will be equal to v into t. So x will be just v into velocity into time. So x will be equal to minus v into t, as this CO distance is on the negative side of the x-axis. Now in this triangle, one more thing, that how r and theta are related to each other. Now this distance is equal to b. So from here, r and theta, we are going to find the expression of r and theta, and this is equal to x. This distance is equal to x. So r and theta, how they are related with each other. Now b is the constant. So over here we will use the sine of theta. So sine of theta is equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse. So that is b divided by r. This is the second expression. Now x is equal to minus vt is the first one. This is the second expression we are going to use. And the last one is the relation of x and b. So this is the distance x and this is b. So how theta, x and b are related? So this is the base and this is perpendicular. So tan of theta will be equal to, tan of theta is perpendicular over base, which is b divided by x. So these three expressions we are going to use now. So x is equal to minus v into t, and other expression that we had got was equal to x by b is equal to cot theta, or we had found that tan theta is equal to b by x. So you can inverse that. You will get cot of theta is equal to x divided by b. So from here you can find x is equal to b cot theta. Now what is the main motive of doing all these things? We want to find this whole expression in terms of theta. We want only one variable. As you can see that over here the time is the variable, and theta, as we have already said, theta is also a variable, and this r is also a variable. As the position of the heavy charged particle changes, r changes, theta changes, as well as time changes. So we want to find this whole expression in terms of a single variable, and that is theta. So x is equal to minus vt. Now x is also equal to b cot theta. Now over here we will put the expression of x. So x is equal to minus v into t. So x is equal to b cot theta, and that is equal to minus v into t. So over here you will get t is equal to minus b by v into cot of theta. So in this integral we want to find dt in terms of theta. We want to find r in terms of theta. So time is equal to minus b by v into cot of theta. So we will do its derivative. So dt will be equal to minus b by v. They are constants. At a particular instant of time, velocity is constant. So this was the assumption. Then cot of theta, derivative of cot of theta will be minus of cosecant square theta into d theta. So this will be equal to b by v cosecant square theta into d theta. And another thing that we had found is the relation of r. So sine of theta we found is equal to b divided by r. So from here r will be equal to b by sine theta. So r square we want to find is r square. So r square will be equal to b square divided by sine square theta. So this expression will be equal to the momentum imparted to a single electron will be equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught z square as it is. Now we have divide by r square. So r square is b square by sine square theta. So we will get sine square theta by b square. Into we have sine theta. And into we have dt. Now dt is b by v cosecant square theta d theta. So cosecant square theta is equal to 1 by sine theta. So cosecant square theta is 1 by sine square theta into d theta. So here we will have times we have dt, and dt is b by v sine square theta into d theta. So this sine square theta will cancel. Then this b will cancel with this small b, and we will be left with z square. So we will have z square. Over here sine theta angle is a variable. So these quantities, they will remain inside the integral. So outside the integral we will have 4 pi epsilon naught. 4 pi epsilon naught has been taken outside, and we have b into v. So inside the integral we will have sine of theta into d theta. Now over here what will be the limits of theta, the minimum and the maximum limit of theta? As we have taken that this was the electron which is present inside the medium, and the heavy charged particle moved along, it traveled along this direction. It was at a distance of b from the electron. So this is the heavy charged particle, and the angle theta was this one. So the heavy charged particle will come from minus infinity towards plus infinity. So the heavy charged particle is moving from minus infinity and is going towards plus infinity. So let's suppose when the heavy charged particle is very far away, so it is at minus infinity, in that case the angle theta, what will be the theta angle? So what will be the lower limit of theta? So as you will move away from this point, the theta angle will start decreasing. So as you move towards the minus infinity direction, the angle theta will start decreasing. So the lower limit of theta will be equal to 0. And after that, when the heavy charged particle moves towards the plus infinity direction, so let's say if it is at this point, so what is theta? Over here, keep in mind that theta angle is taken in the anti-clockwise direction. So when the heavy charged particle is at this point, we take the angle in the anti-clockwise direction. So if the charged particle comes at this point, so here also we have to take the angle in the anti-clockwise direction. So do not take this small angle over here. So you have to take the same anti-clockwise. You have to take the same angle in the anti-clockwise direction. So as you can see that if you move away from the origin towards the positive x-axis, as you move away, the angle which it is making, this angle is increasing. So you can see that if you go towards the plus infinity, the angle, this angle, it will tend towards 180 degrees. So the upper limit of theta will be equal to, so theta minimum is equal to 0 and theta maximum is equal to pi or 180 degree. So the minimum value of theta is, lower limit of theta is 0 and upper limit of theta is pi. So now you can evaluate this integral. So momentum will be equal to z square by 4 pi epsilon naught b into v. Integration of sine theta is minus cos theta from 0 to pi. So you can solve this integral. It will be z square by 4 pi epsilon naught b into e. So minus sign you can take outside. Now, so minus sign it can be taken outside. So cos of pi minus of cos of 0. So cos of pi is equal to minus 1 and minus of cos of 0 will be equal to minus 1. So minus 1 will be equal to minus 2. So minus and minus, they will become positive and into 2. So this is the momentum, expression of momentum, which is imparted to the electron, to a single electron inside the medium. So the momentum imparted to a single electron by the heavy charged particle inside the medium is equal to z square. So this 2 and this 2 over here will cancel. So z square by 2 pi epsilon naught b into v. So this is the expression of momentum which is transferred to a single electron. So corresponding to this momentum, what is the energy which is imparted to the electron? So the kinetic energy imparted to the electron is related to the momentum. So this much momentum is given to the orbital electron by the heavy charged particle. So the kinetic energy which is transferred is equal to p square divided by 2m. So this is the expression of the kinetic energy of a particle whose momentum is p and mass is m. So over here the mass of the electron, we are talking about energy which is given to the electron by the heavy charged particle. So the kinetic energy of the electron will be equal to p square divided by 2me. And p over here is nothing but this expression, which is the momentum imparted to the orbital electron by the heavy charged particle. So you will insert this expression of momentum over here in the expression of kinetic energy. So the kinetic energy, which is also written as capital T. So the kinetic energy of the electron due to its interaction with the heavy charged particle is equal to z square e power 4 divided by 8 pi square epsilon naught square mass of the electron b square into v square. So this is the final expression of the kinetic energy which is transferred to a single electron. So we will start the next lecture from this expression. So now in the next lecture we will see the amount of energy which is transferred to all the electrons in the medium. So this is just the energy transferred to a single electron. So in the next lecture we will see that how do we find out the energy which is transferred to all the electrons which are present in the medium.